My coach is trying to kill me.
I bet.
Take me right to the edge of death, he said, so that nothing affects us in the fight.
I hear you, man. You've been training for a long time, man. I mean, between the COVID, obviously, and you had a fight scheduled, and that got scrapped, and now you got this fight. How's it all been going for you?
Yeah, man, it's been essentially fucking 6-month training camp. But it's on the physical aspect, it's good. Mentally, I just kind of fucked with me a little bit, but whatever. Now it's now it's all good. Now we're 3 weeks till game day, so it's all good now.
It's gonna be a sick fight, man. So Marcel Stamps, you got that match. There was a lot that's been going on, before we get into that fight, but a lot's been going on with BKFC. Obviously, with the COVID, there's been some changes in events, venues, fights, the whole nine. But originally, you were supposed to fight Mark Godbeer. And what happened with that?
So the Mark Godbeer fight was scheduled for April 11th. That was purely derailed because of COVID-19, because everything got shut down. The March 14th show. Yeah, the March 14th show didn't happen. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so so that happened there. Then I guess he ran into some rough times. I don't know what the hell happened, to be honest with you. But regardless, he retired. So that scratched that.
Right. And then he came out of retirement.
Yeah, well, I'm retired.
It was like, typically Floyd Mayweather will do that, and then he comes back like a year later. But Godbeer, it was like 2 months later when he's back. I don't know what happened with that, man.
Yeah,
got to ask him about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for him. But so then that fight got pulled, and so then everybody was just stuck in limbo, and I was just just got to work, just started training, kept training.
Yeah, man, I saw you training through the whole thing, bro. Like, I've been watching you. Obviously, I follow you, man. I'm a big fan, and just watching you train and seeing all the videos you've been posting, man. You did what you had to do, bro, and you're the champ. So, of course, you got to stay in shape all the time, man. Everybody's gunning for you now.
Yeah, they can all get it. It's all good. But so then the Marcel Stamps fight kind of came out of left field, to be honest with you. I'm like, oh well, at this point I really don't give a shit who it is. Like,
okay.
No offense to her, but I'll fight Christina Ferreira right now. I need to get in there and fight.
Of course, man. Yeah, because your last fight was when you won the belt.
Yeah, November. Yeah.
Crazy,
We're coming up on a year.
Yeah. No more of these freaking layoffs, man. I hope this shit ends with this COVID, man, so we get back to normal. But it seems like BKFC is doing a great job. Feldman's doing a good job. I think the only sport that really has a capacity crowd of something,
Yeah, man, I was surprised. Like the crowd, that was pretty cool. And I know it was only 30% capacity, but the way they had it spread out, it still made the atmosphere like pretty electric and really fun to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Obviously I got to meet you for the first time in person, so that was really cool. And it was kind of funny too, because that one moment when that dude won the fight, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, nice fight, man. He pointed at the camera, he said, thank you. And then I catch you in the background. You got the mask on, but you're looking at me. And I'm like, Joe, what'd you think? And you're like, and then you take the mask off and you're like,
yeah, it was kind of weird. He kind of ran the whole last round. Like, I would have, I don't know, I wouldn't have done that, but whatever. He still did enough to win the decision. So what do I know?
Yeah, well, your style is way different, man. You come right at your opponents. I mean, every fight that I've seen you fight, you're like a locomotive, bro. Like, that's why I love watching you fight, man, because your stamina is great. Yeah, every fight you're just moving forward. We've seen it with the Tony Lopez fight. We obviously saw it when you fought Chase Sherman, and that's what got you the W and got you the title, man. So, now with all this time off, 10 months off, have you made any changes in your training? Or have you amped up the cardio to continue that pace? What have you been doing?
I mean, well, obviously, I mean, cardio is king. Regard, that's just been my theory, my whole fighting career. You know, I've never been. I always joke about it, but I say I'm probably the most unathletic professional athlete I know. You know, but there's one thing that I learned early on from my teammate, old school UFC veteran Jason Lambert. Told me the one thing that we can control is our cardio. That's the only thing that we have control over in the fight game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just learned from him early on to just be ready to just go through hell and push someone through hell. And you know, and sometimes I'm successful. It breaks people, you know, and
yeah.
Sometimes people are fucking gnarly, and we end up in a battle of skill, and then things happen. I don't win, I win, whatever the case may be. But one thing I always want to make sure that I have full control over is I am absolute tip top shape, ready to go through absolute hell for all the rounds necessary.
Dude,
that hasn't changed for sure. I got a new coach. I still have my same coach, Adam Castro.
Okay.
It was my lifelong best friend that we grew up with, and I added a new coach that I linked up with. His name's Jason Ingwaldson.
Okay.
And he was man, it's just really, he's taken my game to a whole nother level. I'm really excited to get out there and show good stuff. And you know, so things are gonna be good.
Hell yeah, man. And you know, your fights, you know, with Tony Lopez, they're like, you know, because it's in the beginning portion of BKFC, total wars, total bloodbaths. Like you guys just really beat the shit out of one another. And in my opinion, that's one of the key moments, I think, for bare knuckle that got bare knuckle on the map. Those fights, those wars with you and Tony Lopez, because like that just represent what bare knuckle is, man. It's a fist fight, and I mean, and there's blood, you know. And to me, it's one of the best matches that I have seen it so far in BKFC. So
yeah,
awesome.
man, it definitely was a kind of knew something special had happened right after it was done, you know. So, and you know, like the story goes, like it was funny. Like me and Tony weren't even supposed to be on the TV broadcast. We were the swing bout.
Wow.
So it was totally by luck that we got on. You know, appearance wise, what appeared to be the co-main event slot, but really all that happened is that you know, the fights ran quick, and so they slid us in. We got TV time.
Damn.
But could you imagine had we not? That would have been fucking silly.
That would have been, man. Did you guys get fighted in the night for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Feldman gave us a little bonus. It was cool.
Should have been war of the night, bro. That shit was a battle. And then you had the Chase Sherman fight was dope too, man, because you know he was coming off a win. He got the title. He beat was it Adams?
He beat Arnold Adams. Yeah,
Arnold,
man.
Tough guy.
Dropped him. He dropped him with a body shot. You know, I was
dude.
Like, oh, you know, I still would like. You know, I don't know what Arnold Adams did or who he pissed off or whatever, but for whatever reason, I mean, I think he's good, and I would like to fucking fight his ass, but. You know, like I said, man, with the Marcel Stamps, and at this point, like I ain't arguing. I'll fight whoever they tell me, whoever they fly me out to fight. That's who I'm gonna fight.
That's what's up. Got to get these hands, bro. Get these knuckles. So are you defending both titles, the Police Gazette and the BKFC?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, both titles are on the line.
Absolutely.
Is that how they're doing? Like, is it always going to be both titles on the line?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Scott himself or anybody, to be for that matter.
Okay.
But you know, I would have just assumed. You know, I don't see how I would have any legitimacy if I were to lose, quote unquote, only the BKFC title and then like hold on to this Police Gazette title.
True.
That doesn't really make sense. So
yeah.
Man, you know, but regardless, I ain't losing any of them. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, because so you got now. Were there any like other opponents that were thinking about matching you up with, or you know, after the Godbeer thing, they went right to Stamps?
Yeah, that's all. Like, it was basically like everybody was kind of like hurry up and wait after the Godbeer fight came down.
Yeah,
and that was kind of hard on my end. You know, training just training. Don't really know what I'm training for. We're training for a southpaw, training for a heavyweight, light heavyweight, whatever. It's just train. But so then when we got a name, it was great. It was like, okay, let's do it. Now I can attach the face to, all this pain that I put myself through in the gym. Now I have a reason to fucking smash this guy.
That's what's up.
There was for a split. There was like a matter of a couple days when there was maybe they were going to put together the Godbeer fight last minute because he was going to be able to pull some shenanigans where he can get into America by quarantining in Thailand and then coming over, but whatever. That'll be a later day. That'll be a later date and time for that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. He's going to get a fight, and then we'll see what's what after that. But would you think of, just kind of moving around a little bit, but what did you think of the BKFC 12 event? You were there live. You had the best seats in the house. The heavyweight champ had the king seat right up front. So It
was phenomenal. I mean, I think combined with the fact of finally being able to see some kind of live event in person for, that also combined with those guys laid it on. I mean, I can't even think of all the knockouts. I know we had the like Lorenzo Hunt got that knockout. That big tall guy with the dreads from Pete White's gym. Shout out Pete White. He opened the gym for me, let me come get some training when I was out there in Daytona.
That's what's up.
So his fighter got that big knockout. Christina Ferreira killed that poor girl again. So it's like, yeah, man, it was action packed all night. And then the co-main and the main event were burners.
Yeah, big time, big time. I saw the Lorenzo Hunt was knockout of the night. Now it was funny because but you're talking about dude from the pro boxer from Daytona with the dreadlocks. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but it was his debut in bare knuckle, and he got a great knockout, dude. He put like all his weight into that, knocked that dude out. So I'm like, all right, knockout of the night right there for sure. And then Lorenzo Hunt, like legitimately, that man's soul left his body temporarily. I mean,
oh man, that was kind of a little. That one, the other guy wasn't really so bad, but Lorenzo Hunt was kind of scary because that guy looked like he died.
Yeah.
They
brought the oxygen tank in. I was like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I was like, oh my god,
this is not good. Yeah, it was wild, man, and it happened so quick too. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, that guy's in trouble. Like that's not good. And it was funny because Lorenzo Hunt, that's a tough dude. A good fighter. He's got good hands. And that last fight that he had with Gustavo Trujillo out in Fort Lauderdale, that was, he kind of walked into that one. But I'd like to see them rematch too, because I really think that would be an even fight, But we'll see what happens in that division. But and then there was Faria. Faria's a beast, and because she was supposed to fight for the belt against Peralta, and then I heard Peralta's no longer with BKFC.
Yeah, Peralta got a win in Invicta a couple.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows what happened? I don't really know what happened. People, they'll go their separate ways. But what can you do?
Nothing, man. Maybe they got to put Paige Van Zandt up for contention.
Oh, I know, huh? Maybe.
Faria says she wants that fight. I said, I don't know about the initial fight. I said, but maybe somewhere down the road.
I don't. It's kind of like I look at it like with the Shannon Briggs thing. It's like, okay, we want Shannon Briggs to fight. People are like, blah 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 blah. Joey, you should fight him. I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell. They fucking learned. They learned from the Paulie Malignaggi experience. You don't fucking give your cash cow a fucking rough fight because now Paulie's done. Paulie ain't gonna. Imagine if they would have gave Paulie, he would have fucking smoked some guy, and then he would have came back and then fought Artem. That would have been too big fucking pay-per-view buys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no way in hell they're gonna get Shannon Briggs. If that fool ever fights, he ain't gonna fight anybody hard.
I don't even know. Like, I haven't heard anything. I talk to Shannon quite often. He's local, like where I live.
Yeah.
And there's no talk yet that I know of. Like, speaking directly from Shannon, like that there's an opponent yet. But they were promoting about a month ago that he was supposed to fight on the November card, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't know, man. I have no idea with that. But actually, it's funny you brought that up because I do have some fan questions. But one of the fan questions was, would you fight Shannon Briggs?
I'll fight Shannon Briggs under the BKFC rule set in the squared circle with no gloves. I'll fight that guy 8 days a week.
Hell yeah, that'd be a sick fight. Granted,
oh yeah,
I don't
get me wrong. It'll be a horror, like a hard as hell fight. You know what I mean? But yeah. I'm down for sure.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick. That would be sick. But I don't think that's gonna happen right out the gate. I think, like you said, Shannon's got to get a fight or two in there where he can really do some damage and then move on to a bigger fight. But I think I agree with you. That's a smart move. You gotta make money, right? So you gotta build this up, build these guys up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but so what do you think of your fight with Marcel Stamps? Former linebacker with Alabama. He knocked out Kendall Grove. What are your thoughts on this fight with Marcel Stamps, and how do you think you're going to handle this guy?
Honestly, man, I just think that he's he's bigger, faster, stronger than I am. He's way better looking than I am as far as muscles and all that shit. I'm sure he can fucking run a 40-yard dash 2 times before I get done with my first one. But at the end of the day, man, it's a fucking fist fight. I'm gonna make it a real nasty, ugly fight that I always am known for, and I don't think he's gonna like it. I really don't. I think he's gonna fight hard the first couple rounds, and then when I'm not going anywhere, and he's getting his head pulled down and uppercut in the face, and he's got blood coming down his face, and I have blood coming down my face, but I'm staying in his ass. He's gonna quit. He's gonna break. Break. He's gonna be looking for a way out, and I'm gonna give it to him. Bottom line.
Knockout.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait to see it. November 14th. This is gonna be in Kansas. So
no. The fight's October 10th.
October 10th. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking November 14th because I'm going to November 14th show. I'm trying to get to the October 10th. We'll see. But okay, right, October 10th. Yep. Tony's Pizza Center or something like that. I was like, Tony's Pizza. I like that.
Maybe we get some pizzas over there.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's going to be a scrap, man. I'm really looking forward to that fight. And I got another fan question for you too. Okay, this is cool. What's one fight you really want to have in BKFC? I know you said you'd fight anybody. I guess what they're saying is anybody in particular that you really love to knuckle up with. Whether it's, I'm going to say, I'll add on to that. Whether it's the current BKFC roster or somebody on the outside you'd like to see come in.
The big ones pop up, obviously, like the Shannon Briggs, Frank Mir, the rumors of that one. But I think, honestly, man, the big one that I want is the Mark Godbeer fight. I want that legitimate, like, no argument, everybody can shut the fuck up, world title. That's what I want. And I know, right now, I have the Police Gazette belt, but I mean, there's always those people. They talk shit to me all the time on Instagram, little fucks. Like, oh, Mark Godbeer's going to kill you. He's going to smash you. I'm like, really? Good. Bring him on. I hope he does. So that Mark Godbeer fight is the one that I want.
Yeah, it'd be a sick fight.
But like I said, man, dude, make no mistake about it. Marcel Stamps is a monster, and I'm going to be ready to slay that beast first.
Quick, for sure. Powerful, definitely. And I think, like you said, I think it's going to come down to the stamina. That's what I think. And after watching all your fights, man, that's 5 rounds of nonstop coming at you. So that's going to be a lot for him to handle. So, we have to wait till fight night, October 10th, to see what happens. So what's on the agenda for you? With 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks out for this fight, what's moving forward for the rest of your camp? How are you going to be conditioning and handling everything?
Man, it's just full speed ahead for the next 2 weeks, and then taper off for fight week, and that's about it, man. It's just like it's like hell weeks these next 2. leave no stone unturned, all the cardio, all putting the miles on my bike, putting the sprints in, and just making sure I'm the most absolute dangerous version of myself possible.
Oh man, it's gonna be sick. I cannot wait for this fight, man. I cannot wait for this fight. The heavyweight championship on the line. BKFC 13, October 10th. Oh, it's gonna be lit. So what about sponsors? You want to shout anybody out?
Yeah. Okie dokie. First things first, my gear, Triumph United, supplements, Nat Fit San Diego, meal prep, guiltless meals, Lap Botanicals, Royal Kratom, DM Building based out of Carlsbad, Veteran Farms.
Yeah, they're my sponsor too.
Hell yeah.
They're all awesome, dude.
Chicano King Clothing. Chill Spot Cryotherapy. That's all of them. I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
Dude, man, you got a lot of people backing you up. That's what's up. How does that feel?
Oh, good.
That's awesome, dude.
It goes back to all this. Yeah. I always hear when I was like, when people talk about the glory days in UFC, like, we used to get fucking 30,000 to wear a shirt. I was like, oh, I never got that shit.
Shit. What was that? Those tap out days?
Nobody liked me back then.
Tap out affliction, all that stuff.
People like me now, so that's all that matters.
Bro, people love you now, man. I mean, you're a fan favorite. You got the reputation. You're scrapping. You're going to war. And you're like perfectly fitted for bare knuckle, in my opinion, as a fan watching, because of that, your style. It's what bare knuckle represents, Joey Beltran. When I hear bare knuckle, I think Joey Beltran because of the fights that you've had, and you're the heavyweight champ. It don't get bigger than that, man. So yeah. That's what's up, man. So I'm excited, brother.
Thank you, man. Me too. I cannot wait. It's been a long time coming. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, man. If I don't get there live, I'll be watching on the BKFC app, and I'm sure I'll have people over the crib, and we'll be tuning in, man. But I'm rooting for you, man. I wish you nothing but the best of luck, and thank you for being on MMA Uncensored, brother.
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you so much for having me on.
My pleasure, man. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care, brother. And that's a wrap, my man, Joey Beltran, the BKFC and Police Gazette heavyweight champion of the world. The guy is a beast. He's awesome. Cool dude and a killer at the same time. So tune in. It's going to be October 10th. You can check it out on the BKFC TV app. It's going to be lit as fuck. And I just wanted to give some shout outs. And first and foremost, by the way, let's follow our boy Joey Beltran on Instagram, because he's always posting. He's active on there. You know what I mean? And he's a really cool dude on top of that. So check him out. I'm going to pop it up right now. It's Joey Beltran. This is on IG. So it's at Joey Beltran _MMA. So you can follow him there. And then also I wanted to give a special thank you to last week's guest that was on the podcast. A lot of shit talking going on between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Marlon Chito Vera. So please do me a favor. Check out that episode if you haven't. But special thanks to Marlon Chito Vera. Cool dude. Very cool dude. He wants to fight Jose Aldo next. So I think that's going to be sick if they make that fight happen. I'd love to see that. And then also, guys, do me a favor. It really helps us continue the show, get the subscriptions up so we could continue to, pay the bills and do more of these podcasts. So if you go to YouTube/MMA Uncensored, you could go ahead and subscribe there, and also follow us on our IG at MMA Uncensored _. Can't thank you guys enough. We're at 470,000 followers right now, and the following continues to grow. So hit us up. If anybody in particular that you'd like, just hit me up. You could DM me at Joe Miggs, JoeMigz, and just send me a DM. Say, hey, I want to get you to get this fighter on. I got some questions I want you to ask. We'll do it. I'll reach out personally and we'll see what we could do. And then also shout out to the sponsors for all your CBD needs. Hempboca.com. Use code MMA. You get a discount. I use their, I say it all the time, but I do. I use it because I need it after my workouts, but their post-workout massage oil It's amazing. And you could use it during sex too, so that's pretty cool. And then also my boys at Veteran Farms, hit them up, veteranfarms.com, for your cannabis needs. You want to step it up a notch, get that THC in your system. Do it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. I don't even know who's next. I can't think off the top of my head, but I'll let you guys know. Take care, guys.